Chances are you clicked on this video for answers, or at the very least, a prediction for if Halo Infinite's multiplayer is getting new maps or game modes on December 8th. Look, I was wrong with my last prediction, and hopefully I will be again, but it's looking like no. We will not be getting any new game modes or maps when Halo Infinite's campaign releases on December 8th. I'm leaning very heavily into the fact the campaign is what's launching, because I think some people are misunderstanding what exactly is being released. I don't know why there's so much confusion and speculation, but for the record, 343 specifically stated on November 17th, 2 days after the beta's release, that while you may experience some bumps and bugs during this beta period, it does mark the official start of Halo Infinite Season 1, with all Day 1 maps and modes enabled, as well as the full Season 1 Battle Pass. And it's not like they don't already know people are upset. 343 has been very communicative during these last few weeks, but I mean, they said it plain as day. Maybe they'll pull a fast one like they did on November 15th with the multiplayer release, but it's probably just going to be a store overhaul or some campaign-related cosmetics. Anything else at this point is kind of a long shot. Any major changes or additions won't happen until later down the line, because their roadmap has already been outlined pretty clearly. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what's wrong with Infinite's amount of maps and game modes, and to start, I wanted to mention that I don't think maps should actually be anyone's concern. This section of the video is going to be pretty short because, personally, I don't really care about there not being any new maps. Quite frankly, I think 10 maps is a great starting point. Halo 3 released with 11, Halo Reach had like 10, I think. I don't know how you want to consider variations of Forge World. Halo 4 had 9, and so on. So it's not like Infinite's multiplayer launched with a lack of maps by any means. And they're honestly well built, and they offer a variety of terrain and levels. I think the amount of maps are fine, and they work well for the few game modes that are available. But that's the issue. The game modes. The lack of game modes and the inability to control which playlist that you're going into sucks. There have been some days where I log on and I need to get a Capture the Flag challenge completed, but then I don't even get put into a game with that as the game type. I'm saying that I play for an hour and I don't even get the freaking game type. It's just so frustrating. I remember in Halo Reach and Halo 5, and quite frankly every other Halo, they had multiple variants of dozens of game types, and I could choose what I wanted to play when I wanted to play. I didn't have to play Russian roulette and hope that I got what I wanted, let alone what I needed for a work-in-progress progression system. I don't know, maybe I just have too high of expectations, but given that the most recent Halo game 343 has been making updates for is the amalgamation of every mainline Halo's game types, I have standards now. And you should too. I mean, the MCC playlist selection menu is just so specific. I don't think that it has to be a crazy amount of change to occur in order to fix these issues. All they would need to do is separate out the game types into dedicated playlists. Then at the very least, it would look like there's, I don't know, more. I mean, for crying out loud, don't tease us with a Fiesta game mode with its own tab and then make it a time-sensitive and event-related thing. I've already been blue-ballsed enough with the delay of Forge and other game modes. I can't take any more, dude. Like, please, give it back. As an installation, not a demonstration. The multiplayer gameplay as it is actually really frickin' fun and great. I mean, sure, there are some buggy things here and there, and I feel like getting shot through walls is definitely a thing, but I expected things like that going into a beta build. But I don't really know if it's a beta build at this point. I mean, if you release a product that you were confident enough to release early, that product is considered done. I just think they're doing what they did with Halo 5, and they're releasing game modes and maps over time and referring to that as content drops. It's not ideal for us as the consumer, but that's our reality now. I mean, if we're not going to get all the game modes up front, what they need to focus on is refining game mode selection at the very least. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky and 343 will update something between now and December 8th, but I think with how difficult it's been for them to perfect the progression system, I don't even know if that's a concern for them. Like, it's not even probably on their radar. We know that there are more maps and game modes, but I don't think they'll be there for public play December 8th. I absolutely got my prediction wrong that Halo Infinite would not be launching early on November 15th. But from that prediction, we've got plenty of new subscribers and a lot of views. So thank you for everyone who took the time to watch the video and took the time to join the channel. Liking and subscribing really helps in growing this channel, so please consider doing so if you haven't already. Thanks again everyone for watching. I will see you next time.